Revelation time. You have to treat people like they know what they doing. You got to be mature and you got to be whole because now I can't. I tell people we've been in the thick of it. Before all this started, I continued to speak out, tell people be self-sufficient, independent. They didn't want to hear that. They're not surprised that the demon that they followed is a rapist. They not. They knew that before they voted for it. God put it in their face. And now it's 2026, time of restoration. They do not belong in a land that's healing. And of course, people gonna gnash their teeth when they desolate. The saddest part about it is how many innocent people could have been saved if people just listened. And then, because it's happening to you people, so same grace that you gave other people when it was happening to them, that don't expect more back. Y'all have an audacity issue. You voted for a pedophile and you're shocked he's a pedophile. You voted for a convicted felon and you shocked that he's stealing your money and treating you bad. No. That's how I knew y'all were overtaken with evil. Now we on the line, boy. Ain't nobody got no money. What are you, butt naked in the rain? What's your spiritual account? And then this racism. Y'all know this racism. You don't want to call it, it is. This is what you did to slave black kids for 500 years. The kids say 4. I say 5. But this is what you did. Y'all turned the blind eye to truth. And now it's staring you in the face. You made that choice. You didn't help that person. And evil is blind. This is the dark heart of man. They did it because they want to. They doing it because they want to. Evil people go to stupid people because stupid people don't care. They'll hurt themselves. Wanting to be part of something. And there are stupid. You can tell them all day. You can have the evidence, audio, video. They're going to sit up there and tell you, no, that ain't it. Because they reprobated minded. That's what a stupid person is. Spiritual language and worldly ain't the same. That's why I told y'all, watch these buildings, Sadducees and they are not doing nothing Emmanuel said, but y'all pounding in them buildings. And now look, it's time to pay the piper. When it's time of adversity, those are the people that your heroes, the people who stand, the people who tell the truth, the people who give. Then you got to be a whole person too and stop being a willing victim. Well, cause that's not your mama, daddy, auntie, cousin, baby. Y'all got to get a standard about yourself. A friend's supposed to sit closer to you than a brother or sister. So if that's your friend and they not closer to you, don't give me this. No, that's a lie. That's a lie came from Satan. Family is bonded. Family is bonded by blood. If you do not do your role in your family, you are cursed. You're not going to infect the family structure. We just going to get your ass out the way. Ain't none of that stuff they saying really happening with people that are good-hearted, following God, agnostic. I done seen an atheist feeding the hungry, helping the poor. I done watched him break down and cry like he can't believe this. And I've always told mine, God is in you. Evil is in you. Satan cannot possess you, but evil vessels can. He can tempt you to get in position to be possessed. That's why do you understand these people have came out of something? It's a great awakening for real. They have been money, get the job, get the money, get the job. This will make me popular. And look what it is created. Bless miracles and breakthroughs, everybody. And now, 2020, it's time of your restoration. It ain't your mama, daddy. No, all that stuff is dead. They drowning in the Red Sea. They don't want to admit it. That's what makes it sad. They are willingly doing this to themselves by having a reprobate mind. However, whatever profit you do, does it root you in love and helping your neighbor? Are you in your humanity to where you look at somebody suffering and go, God, what can I do? Rather than it could be worse. See what they got y'all into? And that was the world trap for you. They had white skinned people with an illusion of superiority with no evidence. And all they had was killing black people. They built a whole structure on killing black people and to make sure people pay attention to black people bad when they were the villains. Look at them. They're proving it. This MAGA, I knew it was a con. They had no evidence. They had no rooting. It was just hate black people. And we gonna put them in their place. Who would believe that? You do not, if you don't have self-control, you will never control another human being. And you cannot control humans by beating them, raping them. That shit don't work, baby. That's an old technique. Bucking you, getting you in systems, getting your soul tied to something. So you know no. This is 2026. We decide to heal. And we got to deal with this American issue. White people, you pile shit on top of shit. That don't mean you ain't got to deal. That's why we back here. You got to deal with your racism. You got to deal with the people who are devouring you. And playing with us ain't gonna get it. Because look, ever since the vote, we ain't did shit. Look. You got a white president, a white senate, white Congress. Look, what can you do but hate? Then you don't even know the people you hating on. Running your mouth to people who God done said, didn't I tell you not to touch them? Because they wasn't going to do it. And they knew. What did they have for y'all? Money? You didn't get none of it. And then they're finna lose just as much as they was trying to steal. Baby, one thing you're not going to do is be like it. Yes, everybody needs to get in there, but you got to clean out that mess out your heart. Americans, I can't talk to America KKK. You're not going to do nothing, honey. I'm going to treat you like you know what you're doing, and you choose to do that. True Americans, that sickness, get it out of you. You will see it. I'm going to tell you about me being a black person in America. I'm a slave black kid. We are the ones they don't want to hear. We're the ones who have real rights on this other than the indigenous. It's only two people that's rooted to the land, the indigenous and the slave block kids. The slave block kids are global because it's in our blood. This illusion they had, y'all, just trying to slavery. No, baby. If you were dark skinned from any nation and they could get paid off you, they put your ass on. It was a whole industry, darling. And their excuse was our color. That's the reason why we can't get in all that. Yes, we are part of the diaspora. Yes, we are pro-black. But we are the specific ones that came from that slave block to them fields. To when they said we were free, we built, we created. They endured the worst type of abuse by the federal, their own citizens. They were American citizens. They just happened to be black. Then to the point they did not care anymore. They didn't care if you was a Moor, this, that. They didn't care if you was like they doing now. How does it feel? And this is America. This is true America. You came to somebody else's shit, lied, murdering, killing people, abused them people, then invited people over here like you run something. And then play kumbaya to get them to build and create, even after. Y'all go read the stories. Slaves wrote their own stories. They could read and write. It's in cursive. Everything do you know? I'm gonna tell you this big trick about the ship Jesus and Jesus. Watch this. They took that African script. They knew that was breadcrumbs for us. They knew it. And they knew how we worshiped and how we served the Almighty. They watched. We could not speak a language, but we knew how to hum. We were speaking to each other without saying words. You understand? We began to learn to read, but we were smart enough not to let them know. But guess what? They were looking outside. Do you know you got to be a soul sick individual to see your slaves praising and think they happy? That's the distorted mindset. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Look at them, they happy. They well fed, they don't complain. And you ain't never went out there and heard them. You ain't never went out there in the field with them. But you hear what the overseer say. No, you don't trust the overseer, you're an abuser. An abuser, baby, knows what they're doing. They recruit other abusers to feel like, well, other people do it too. So I can't be that wrong. This is all this is, and we back at the beginning, honey. And all Black America had to do was stop and rest. There's no what. Look, listen to me, darlings. We have built, we have created, we have forgiven, we have loved. We have did everything we could to the point we asked them. There's three things they must do. Give us our inheritance with a decree. Hold everybody accountable, or we will, and leave us alone. The world is wanting to be healed. The world don't care about stuff, darling. That's why now the slave Black kids, where God took us into his bosom, because of what they were doing, something unnatural, ungodly. They were wanted. You see them dogs? That's what they wanted from those slave Black kids, to serve them. I would be they yes man. What y'all call them now? Damn, tethers and coons and they didn't want people to be human, to realize we abused you, we raped you, we stole your land. They would rather think that we were going to stay under illusion that it's all right to be enslaved. And they had it going, baby, but they did it to themselves. That Project 2025. Those were the systems that were keeping them things in place. They've been raping their kids. They've been abusing their kids. And I say this because at 17, I went to Meadow Creek High, Sam Raven High. Go look at it. I'm the only Black in the picture. My mama thought, I don't know why Black people think sending your kids to white school, it'd be terrible. They be trying to pick on us. Then they label me angry because I whoop ass. Fuck that. I ain't been letting no white. I will slap the shit out of a white. How dare you? When my ancestors wiped your ass and picked cotton for y'all till they died. You don't got no honor and respect for their ancestors, for their children. It's just unfathomable for me for y'all to allow this stuff to happen and then get surprised that God is revealing that's what it was. Then I told people a long time ago, attack the sexual demon. Stop. All love is behind because it's done in the house in private. They do it to their children. They'll be tampering with their children, and their children think that shit normal till they get around one of their friends, and they like, what the hell? What? But guess what? Why? Y'all watch their movies they create and all of that. I don't watch TV. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't watch TV. But when I do, you ought to see how they make the perversion into a joke. Do you know that's the art of comics? To make horrible things, alchemize it, to make somebody else's life easier. They don't do it for that. They showed you what was happening. You took it. You thought it was funny. And I try to tell y'all, Black people and white people have been on two different pendulums in the same country for a reason. We've always been on elevation. They've always been on nomadic behavior. They always been, if it looked like it, we always been if it be like it. That's why when Project 2025, it hurt my heart because y'all didn't get what God was doing for y'all. That's the part that you say, where's God? Look in the mirror. He gave you a half-breed man. He gave you an old man who do whatever you say because Joe Biden just didn't have no damn sense and no fight in it. That was the second. Then he presented to you healing. Read what she was going to do for y'all. It wasn't going, same shit. They were going to follow the same script and we were going to be number 7. We didn't even bother with that. We were just happy. Because guess what? Black America, listen, honey. This is our house. We done survived these people 500 years. We knew exactly what that demon was. We knew exactly what it was going to do. We knew exactly who it was going to devour. When God sent Cat Williams to tell y'all, in front of Shannon Sharp, two black men, he told you in 2020, what did he say? Y'all up. What did he say? Y'all, and it went viral. And I'm like, okay. And then I kept hearing lax, raccoons, and racists. What he talking about? I knew y'all were. I knew it. I knew it. You're part. If you don't understand what's happening now, you need to repent. If you think that you can get some money this day and some crumbs, well, when it fall on you need to repent because you're down in the wilderness. This is not going to be repeated. This is the end of an enslavement cycle that y'all never wanted to face. This is not no Nazi. Guess what? They're Klansmen. Nazis are dead. They hunted them people down. The last one, I'll never forget that, was 100-year-old woman. She was the secretary, y'all. She was in a wheelchair. Do you know they locked that woman up because she was somewhere hiding? This ain't a game, baby. This is the end of racism, period. You could have it in your heart and it'll destroy you. Because that is what it is, honey. On Facebook, the little white baby done told it in y'all way. Go watch her. You gave up your humanity, your birthright. Your birthright is to be human. I want to know who told y'all stealing from the poor was successful, conning people was business. And then watch, the evidence is there. I watch Warren Buffett because he's steady. Oh, I love him. He's steady. He knows money. He has a relationship with money. It's not about getting rich, being rich. It's about comfort, being comfortable while you navigate through this system. When I watched those con artists, their whole thing was who could make the most money. It wasn't about business, wasn't about it was who could get on Forbes magazine so the whole world. And then I watched he was playing a global game. He just wanted to stay out of jail. Once he seen that money, he wanted to get in the big boys club. The African them already told him no. He thought he was in through Putin. No, he not. Putin knows. No. Putin told, I was there, I sit there, y'all, before he got elected. Putin told him, that boy told him, that man in Africa told him, that dude in China, don't mess with Black America. Guess what he did? He, in his mind, I ain't, but they will. I gotta show them. I gotta show them I got some control. He was out of control then. And y'all took your vote. You took your pen. And what you're seeing happening to you, that's called reaping. You made the choice it would be put in your face. You said it was okay to be put in your face. Because in 2026, healing, you cannot heal without truth, accountability, love. You can't. You can't. I couldn't heal I could not get healed if I didn't tell God I'm wrong. I walk, look, I'm human. I fall short daily. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I play with y'all, baby. Because if I drop dead today, I really want to see heaven. So I'm going to be in my humanity, and whatever God does with his divinity, I'm appreciative, I'm thankful. That don't make me better. That makes me on a different level. See, the world will have you competing. That's for animals. In the kingdom is collaboration. That's how you gonna know. Nobody's in the kingdom. Nobody. We not jealous of nobody. Everybody got the same 24 hours ahead. Me, I love when people are ahead of me. I like to deal with people with more ahead of me. Because they ain't never fascinated with what I'm doing. They're never trying to drag me down or compete with me because they're on a different level I'm trying to get to. I love that. I love the youth. This youth, that's in their heart. I was like that at 14. They're speaking spiritual stuff. They're speaking mental health. They're speaking physical health. And they're learning what they don't know. That's what they're supposed to be doing. That generation telling them, shut up, be quiet. You supposed to do it this way. When I was younger, fuck the folks. That's what had me. I'm 53, 3 years behind. trying to help them, thinking they was right. Oh, I want to be free. No, they wouldn't. They want to soul tie you in that system because they got devoured. They don't want you to create an event because it'll prove they lying. So what I did was create an event. Was safe place to fall for the free generation. I talked to racism. I talked to blacks. I talked to raccoon spirits. People take it personal. They carry them. I treat them just like they know what they doing. I treat them just like they acting. Because guess what? As long as I stay in love, true for me, I can see that out there. See, how you gonna see somebody with a toothpick in their eye and you got a whole tree in yours? That don't make, and then your testimonies. That's another thing. Your testimonies heal people. Your testimonies ensure. Oh, babe, I intentionally did that because I want people to hear more than they have their visual focus. You ain't supposed to see nothing. You're supposed to be listening because I'm venting. That's what vent. If you hear somebody say vent, they just telling what's inside them. And I'm hoping it bless somebody. And I want you to your ear gate to be open more than your eye gate. And your third eye, your ear gate to be open. Because you got to use a different sense. Everything I do is intentional and purposeful for people to grow and learn something. I just want y'all to know ain't nothing happening wrong. It's happening like it's supposed to. If you've been evil, you've been erasing, yes, that yoke back on your neck. And it's like drowning in the Red Sea. Repent. A baby asks, how do we do this? Repent. The steps to repentance is being godly sorrow. Want to make your wrong right. Going to the people you wrong. Turn away from your wicked ways. I tell people when you go through the process of repentance, then be baptized. Allow the Holy Ghost to come up on you. Don't go in there a dry demon and come up a wet one. Don't do that. Be real. Be real with God and yourself first. Because as you see, look, all this acting and pretending. And then they were, this is going back to do not covet another man's house. This is what I don't like about it. Because I'm a multi-generational child. They lying on our forefathers. They were in ignorance. They didn't know any better. They made a cup, but soon as they realized that, like the man that had the dream and went and let all the slaves, when they came to their conscious man, they realized they was wrong. You're dealing with a set of people who brought in, messing over your elders, putting them in nursing home. You see how they made it a culture? God didn't tell y'all that. To pull up your root, put it in somebody else's hands, live off their work, and you don't produce nothing. And then when they leave here, you act like you the boss. You telling people what to. No, that's not how this work, baby. It's not gonna work. Do you see what's happening? Y'all been held up 500 years because that couldn't go into the global world. Black Americans prepared, but we gotta rest. You see why Big Mama, Big Papa told us they gotta read. We cannot move. It was 4 years, but now it's what? 2 years and some months. We cannot move. They got to fight their abuser. We've been doing this for them. Listen, what the curse we were under. We were still. Why, no matter what y'all think, by not allowing them to see themselves, getting in the middle, fighting this, that, guess what? We would have been held up 50 more years. Because there was a spiritual loop that didn't work. And it was only for a few to get it. This time, everybody. That was Judas that hung himself, that Judas spirit. Now, we're on the other side of Calvary, baby. We have to do new things, create new things, invent new things. You got to think a different way. It's that meticulous. Even your thought process in 2026 is important. The way you talk. The way you talk to yourself dictates how you treat other people. Look at all these loveless people, abused people. Look how they ravage. Put on suits, went to jobs, grabbed titles, trying to cover it. Look how hard they fought to do evil, to cover it up. And God put it on Front Street. In 2025, when that young man spoke, they could have retired, got down. We got to stop these young people ahead of the curve. No, they're reprobate minded. They thought they had got away. Ain't nobody going to hold us accountable. What is God you talking about? Let there be light. There it is. And Black America, you don't rest. I wish I could tell y'all, don't go, y'all not going to do that. Some of y'all gonna have to understand, and if you bump your head on that ceiling they done created, you gonna break your neck and be in that casket. That's the box they was talking about. See, I know old America, and this right here comes from a generation that didn't want to labor, and they thought that they were gonna soothsay. Yes, they did. Word curses, spells. Now the wolf is in the house and nobody's listening. And we can't do nothing. They don't cry wolf too many times. And they can't have the innocence. You cannot rape your children, darling. You can't molest your children. You can't. Because they're going to tell. And one thing about America, we do stick together. But this is an issue. White skin must have a front. You must handle it's racism. Y'all can say whatever you want, but everything is wrapped in racism. That's the evil. You don't face it, you don't battle it within yourself, oh well. Black America, this is how you know where the infiltrate. Black people ain't united. What black people need to do, baby, 20 years ago, we checked out the system. Black America did. Did y'all know that? You didn't see our young men and women buying their kids land versus Jordans. Y'all don't know why the banks are closing and because we not putting our money there no more. See, when you're white centered and white is right minded, no matter what black people do, you'll never see it. And the one thing this is how we survived them 500 years. We are unified. Unity is in who we are. They have to click up because they demons. They can't walk alone, do nothing by themselves because they entertaining evil. I don't have to be in a clique to see my black brother or sister and say, come here, I'm in second in line, you come on, get ahead of me. I don't have to be in no organization to see my black sister brother hungry and pull out money out my pocket like boom. I'm not gonna see nobody in need. Now that's one thing. And people get mad at me about that. If a person is in need, I don't care what color they is. You're the angel that day. You mean tell me you gonna be a demon? Walk by you, not wanting to have nothing, make excuses? Well, that's how you got this. Mm-hmm. It's time now to be free. People think freedom is an action. No, just wake up, take a bath, brush teeth, wash face. Make sure you're not soul tied to anything. Let me tell you how you know you soul tied to it. You gotta do it. Most of y'all soul tied to your job and your car and your house. Mm-hmm. Somebody told you to go to the job, get a 401k, this, that. They should have told you after 5 years of saving, buy you some land. Build your house off the trees on your land. When you buy land with trees, dirt, grass, rocks, you got everything you need to build you a beautiful mansion. It take 42. Listen to me, baby. I'm a geek. Listen to me. There's a way to get. You don't have to be attached to that system. Everything on that TV showing you how to stay in the loop of that system. That system is y'all crack. You go to work to get the job, just that to keep the house. Then you go. That remember that old commercial they used to have, Ronald Reagan nasty ass put out. This is crack, and you're going in a circle. That's what this system made y'all do. Y'all addicted to it. You're addicted to the evil, the drama, the lying, the stealing. You don't feel alive unless you scream that, yell that. That's abuse, baby. You've been groomed to receive it. I detest evil. It detests me 100-fold. I detest it 1,000,000-fold. I love the vessel, but I'm not going to entertain the sin. I don't eat with them, go with them. People thought I was a loner. And these young people explaining, kingdom people can't do that. If I love God, I'd rather eat with a bum behind a dumpster. You hear me? Than sit at a high table with snakes that are abusing, lying, stealing, and cheating. And only thing they got to say is, I got some stuff. Now, what do they? We got too much stuff in America. Everybody looking around now. Y'all to see my house. I'm telling you what I'm living. Good stuff. Been in storages. Tina, you want this? Yeah, just bring it on. Yeah, I got antiques. You hear me? They didn't know the value. They just thought they was old. Because people got so much stuff. They hoarded. 7 deadly sins. They were living them with no problem. Teaching people. That's why the yoke's so heavy on their neck. That's why the shells are not going to come out their eyes, y'all. Yeah, you waiting for that system? It's not. Only people being released are the ones that's coming out. Listen, the Great Awakening. Those who are still blinded, trying to fix it, trying to tell you to go, don't. It's not their season. This is a new herb. Old things don't work. I know these wolves talk y'all. It's a pit. No, it's a being. Now, truth and love is in the earth. You got to receive it. You got to come out of that stuff. Nobody's coming to get you, baby. No white man coming out the sky to save you. Ain't no Nazarene. He already ascended. He's supposed to be in you when you Jesus, Emmanuel. He here with me right now. And the archangels, because I couldn't do it. I can't. I don't look, I couldn't do it at 14. That's what had me hating my elders. Oh, I couldn't stand their ass. And the devil almost caught me. Hey, my ancestors, you put your hands on me. Now I'm their reality. I ain't dreaming, I'm wide awake. Yeah. And you lats and you raccoons sold them out for $1. Yes, they did. They sold tied organizations. They sold tied you. Let me tell you how I know this. And when I say this, you're going to know what I am. We honor God. We honor the community. We do not know, you better not put in our face anything that makes us denounce God. Star David, we for real. A lot of people got lost, but it wasn't no fault. You hear me? I'm going to say this, but you got to get your beat back. We still here. We still doing what we've been doing, helping the community. We ain't, you hear me? We take this for real as a lifestyle for us. You hear me? Those other things, they'll have you sodomizing you. You got to do ritualistic shit. You got to deny. Yes, I know. Because the ones coming out done told it. And you ought to see how bad. Instead of people saying, well, if that's your choice, if that's what God told you to do, I respect it. Don't talk again like they debunked mess. Look how hard they went. Now they got evidence. They didn't need no evidence, baby. They reading that, getting off on it. I heard the victims, and I can't not read none of that shit. I cried and I thought, because I got girls. I got 10 girls and 3 boys. I cried and I thought about my children. I can't even watch. The reason why I cannot hear him, every time he opened, it sounded like a demon. And I look at his face, all I see is he raped children. That's me. I can't. I can't entertain that evil. I can't participate in it. I'm not going to tell y'all it's okay. You got to come out. Because of the Sadducees and Pharisees, the children of God cannot. We can't. There's a line drawn. And the way you win, don't get in the ring. And that gray area finna be gone, y'all. I'm sorry. Anytime that you entertain even a speck on you, you lose your humanity. And it will devour you. Look at them. And if you out there cutting and this, that, watch this. You see what that's going to lead to. And now kingdom is here. We going to whoop your ass. I don't know why these church folks played with y'all, but you not going to bring your evil ass around innocence and think we not going to stand up for them. You going to get your ass slapped down. I don't know. God says you may have to sell your coat and get a sword. Jesus, before he went to the cross, Emmanuel, Jesus of Christ, because that was a title. Listen, so why do y'all think you let people rape you? No. And if your parents, because your first offender is usually the parents. Y'all know that, right? The first one sell them off usually the parents. So let me give you a warning. If they're abusing you, talking to you crazy, treating you bad, tampering with you, that's not your mother and father. Tell somebody and keep on telling. Don't tell their friends, because their friends already know y'all lying. Y'all are lying. All my associates ask them. I'm watching them. And I can tell how they children behavior. Then a lot of your children are dealing with neglected. They're reaching out for love because you thought just because you was there. No, talk to your kids. Are you all right? If they say something hurt your feelings, my kids told me so much stuff and I had to tell them you right because I was the villain. I ain't gonna do it. No, you can't talk to me crazy. No, baby. You cannot touch me. You cannot. No. And when my children say things like, Mama, you think if you would have stayed with one, no, I'm not staying with no abuser. You wasn't, yes, I was. Motherfucker choose the streets over his child. That's not abuse. And if you would do it to your child, what makes you think, what? Y'all don't think properly. Then y'all getting all these, do you know when you sleep with somebody, you sleep with everybody they slept with? That's why the sexual demon is so disgustingly secretive. Oh, I'm the only one. No, you ain't. He got 4, 5 baby mamas. Man, I'm not. No, she got 4, 5. No, you not. And if you're not, listen to me, y'all. If you're not ready to be family with the people they're connected to, leave people with children alone. It's a single person out there with no kids just like them. Trust me. God, trust me. Leave people with children alone because we have to watch for predators. You that have more than one children, watch for predators. They watch for people that don't pay attention to their children. They watch for people that got more than one because they always gonna find the black sheep. Treat all your children with love. Let all your children come to you and talk. You cannot treat your children the same. And that's why you always have family meetings. Because in my family, we know the weaker link. We know the one that need to be lifted up the most. We know the one that's independent. And they don't complain about, Mama, you doing more for now because they know. And I have a mixed family. So I know what I'm talking about. You can do it. You gonna have one or two crazy ones. You know what? If you keep loving and keep being family and you keep being unified, that one will come in the fold. Baby daddy, baby mamas, don't be sleeping with your exes. Don't get in their relationships. God will punish you for that. Y'all know, I hope y'all know this. If you're single, leave married people alone because listen to me, married people, it's on you. God equating that yoke to you. But what you're doing is opening up your spouse to whatever curses out there. This ain't no game. Don't lie, cheat, steal, none of that. You don't have to. We free. For what? Don't you want the right kind of friends? Don't you want the praying friends? Don't you want the believing friends? I have friends that's atheists, agnostics, used to be racist. Yes. You know why? Because I sit down and talk to them. I ain't scared. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I just want to understand. And you know what it always be? It goes back to home. The heart issue. Yeah. Every time. I had a Klansman. What y'all, wizard, dragon, whatever the hell. He said, told me his rank, what he was. We went to church together. I sat down to talk to him because a few people was whispering. I don't like people doing that. So I went over there asking myself. She just sit there and he told me all his business, honey. And he was like, if I had ever met someone like you, if someone would have just talked to me, my light bulb came on. Conversation. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why you don't like black people? That's the first question I ask a racist. And they will get, I'm telling you the script they gonna give you. Cause the TV said, cause the school said, it's always gonna be a stereotypical, that's the script they done had 500 years. We done, we this, we that. But if so, think about it, y'all. If that was true with races, what have they produced in 500 years? That's how I get them next. See, somebody, they sexually abused children in their young age. Yes, they did. Cried, this, that, repentance. You can't go around children. You're not going to have a normal life. Nobody, only people agree with you in evil are evil too. No woman lays up with a man that's not a whole man. Take care of his kids, take care of his, but no, they don't. No, the woman, you hear me, of value, will accept less. When you hear a woman, I ain't taking care of the kids, get away from her. Men, get away from her. She wants you to do, and some of you men, you just do what you do and not talk. Stop having people think, oh, they do more for them. No, they just there. They kids could come to this, they just there. Everybody get the same. See? You got to take your accountability and responsibility first of being human. If you're a male or you have a masculine spirit, you have a duty. You fight them lion, tigers, and bears out there in the world and protect your spouse, your home. Inside the home, females and feminine spirit, that is your kingdom. That ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know how they demonize being a woman, loving to cook, clean, take care of your husband and kids. Who the fuck don't want to do that as a woman? To have a husband who love her. She ain't got to go out there and worry about who don't want to have who. That's crazy. That's how black people live. That's our structure. That's why when I was listening to y'all years ago, I knew something was wrong with y'all mind. Everything white people learn, they learn from black people. Everything. Family structure, God, everything. Then how y'all think? Listen to me. Ain't no white people in that Bible. Why are y'all with this mindset? Whiteness is is it 3,000 or, yeah, 30,000? Is it 3,000, 30,000? Anyway, they used to be the youngest. Then the slave block kids came along. That's what they really mad at. Spiritually, I know what it is. It ain't nothing but reprobated minded children who haven't been put in their place. This is a spirit of racism that went unchecked. If you can see the Nazis be checked, why you can't see the racists being checked? Why you can't see their modern day Klansmen? The evidence is there. And I know it hurts. I know it does. I promise to God, I know it hurts to know, damn, I supported that. But you can start today. Today. And let me tell you, when the world hate me, babe. Oh, they hate me. Y'all see people say nasty stuff on here. That let me know they're a worldly person. They can't comprehend spiritual people. So when we're talking truth, it sounds like to them. When they say mean things, I know I'm in alignment with doing what God say. Listen to me, anybody to entertain evil has lost their human value. If they don't like you, you're doing the right thing. If they got a group up against you, I hate it, and I hate that phrase. If they got a group up against you, mighty strong. I don't want to be strong all the time, God damn it. I want to slap some motherfuckers. And I say G-O-T. I do not damn God's name. I got to say that because G-O-T, or y'all listening. I cuss. I don't curse people. I speak blessings, miracles, and breakthroughs. And I cuss because I'm an intellect. And sometimes I'm so angry. Cuss words are easy. Okay? So, and then when you hear somebody, listen, that don't know you, they're trying to play you stupid, that's because they stupid. I done seen that y'all do this on these airways. Y'all don't bit more be knowing people, be trying to convince them about your God. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in yourself. Live it. I worked that word. And October 1st, 97, I never remember dates in my life but my birthday. But I remember October 1st, 1997, God saying, if you will, I will. Speak to the spirit of man, it's broken. Stand in the gap for the free generation. I remember that. And I worked that word. Evil do just what that word said it gonna do. It gonna lie, cheat, steal. It gonna try to rape you. It gonna try to break your spirit down. Satan do it just whatever it tempts you. Because he can't do nothing to you, but he tempts you. Then guess what? He got a charge on these folks. This was their dark heart. Satan, Satan, Satan. You was lying on Satan, having people questioning God. You in trouble. It's serious now. Cause God gonna put something on you, baby. You can go to the soothsayer, they gonna turn you away. And watch the tongue. Your two-edged sword. You know your brain don't know nothing but what you say to yourself. That's why they repeat it, so you can repeat it to yourself. That's why these people, Lex, Raccoon, racists or something like, sound like NPCs. They sound like they be given a script. And they don't believe it. They just done said it long enough to themselves they can repeat it. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, you are the conscious thought of God in your humanity. Will a man rob God? Yes, they will. They'll rob God, lie on God. Tell humans that you're not precious. You need to do what somebody else do. When God's plainly say, be you. He can handle you. If your beginning wasn't right, you be what you never had. I did. I wanted to see these black people in this history book they were talking about. Because the ones I seen with them names ain't that. Then when I sing, that's glorification by white people to give us our heroes. Oh, I get it now. So I became that. They call me Miss Catina. Around the world, they call me Queen Catina. Even old people. Miss Catina. All I did, and listen, y'all, I was broken. My mind I have never, October 1st, 97, this grandeur where God brought me around black people to teach them. Like Moses, you go out and nah, baby. This was a demon. They wanted me dead in sin because they seen a true black woman who really believed in her people, who wanted more for her people. And they were going to kill me in sin. Spiritually, they thought they were going to tear me down. But they meant the right one in that field. Then they started clicking up. You know you bad when the dope dealers, the preacher go to the dope dealers to find out who you are because he think you're a drug addict. Oh, they did it to me, baby. Them church folks got down. They got down. Then the people in the streets started seeing the church people and they started wanting to go to church. Tina, what church you go to? See? That's why I tell you, when you live that thing, that attack is like the hurrah. And you got to watch the attack. Don't watch the attackers. You forgive them. You watch the one send them on a mission. And you going to know they going to be the one of grandeur. Like D-Ron. He sent them on a mission. Look how he acting. That's who I look for. That's the Goliath, baby. And that one take a pen. See? This a real thing. They brought hell up on. They was doing it behind closed doors and sneaking and breaking a few and putting them in the system when they thought they could overtake us. Project 2025. But little did they know, baby, that was their demise. All my life, I heard real black people say, don't get in that system because that system is a trap. If you black, don't get in that system. If you want it, build it. And Project 2025 showed me our answers were right. They really finna redeem my people. They did it. At the vote, because we chose freedom, he given us something our ancestors never had. The right to say no and the right to risk. And we can self-protect ourselves. And look how God used that evil. He finna take their guns. They don't know how to fight. That was making them Brody. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Woo, woo, woo. Easy death. Woo, woo, woo. Death dealers. Woo, woo, woo. But now, and it's real. We on the line, boy. Cat Williams told them. And that's when they said in their mind, there is no God. Ain't no way. He ain't no Christian. He couldn't know that. Look how he looked. Oh, I know what these church were, because they did it to me when I came here. They said I didn't look like a Christian. I don't talk like a Christian. If God blessed me, I'd have stuff. When they were behind my back, plotting to steal a legacy that was given to me, didn't know I was already trained in that. I got 3 grandmas. Uh-oh. Favorite grandchild. You know why I was the favorite? Because I was the one allowing them to get stuff. But when they died, they didn't need me no more to get nothing. So they just threw me to the trash. Called me weird and crazy and strange because I had the wisdom of the elders. And I can't, and they tried it, they same spirit. And I left here. When my grandma said I ain't never have to come back to Mississippi again, y'all. Every summer, 14 years, picking cotton, picking corn, slapping the house. And I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. I loved it. I thought it was just exciting. But at 14, it was a conference. I ain't gonna tell you the denomination, but that something clicked in me like these folks is crazy as hell. And I looked at them people. My grandmama said, well, I know they got that little work program. If you want to get on it, you ain't got to worry about coming back. I damn sure didn't. Then when I got away with my mama, there was family reunion. Fuck all that. 17, my own apartment. I never. Then got to Georgia. Y'all know, if you knew me back then, I conquered the world. But didn't know that made me worse than the world. And God said, go. I was on Greyhound. Y'all know the story if you know me. I'm sitting there, didn't know where I was going. I said Virginia, lost my mind. My brother said someplace named Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Y'all, I got on Greyhound, got the tickets half price, got on Greyhound. All I know, all I was saying is I will. And it was a light. That's it. I came up out of that. The bus pulled over. People was going crazy. They said I was speaking in tongues. And at that time, I'm like, I'm like, and I explained, and I swear she was my guardian angel. She on the bus there all the way to Jackson, all the way to Hattiesburg. You hear me? She held my kids down, made sure, but she just kept looking at me. And when that happened, she said, you got to visit. When I got off the bus, she disappeared. When I tell you I looked for her, people say, who? The bus driver. Y'all know, if you know me, I get deep. He said, who? Bataja? Let me see. Nobody had a bus ticket for that seat. This happened to me. So I had to believe God was bringing me here. That's what that joy was for. I had never been around a lot of black people before. I didn't know it was a black side and a white side. I thought all the stuff I grew up in was just normal. My mom was sending me to the schools. Well, that's because her profession. I thought that's what everybody do. I thought just a few of us must have did that. Then I came here and God showed me myself. Baby, that took me 3 years of repentance. I was a pitiful shame. Pitiful shame. Out there in the world, young. Out verbal abuse. I was talking to people crazy because that's, in the South. Old South. It was the old South. Shut up, be quiet, sit your butt down, blah, blah, blah. So that aggressive talking. And I took it personal because my mama ain't supposed to be talking about my grandma and don't talk to me like that. Yeah, they said you were young, da-da-da-da-da. Guess what? I was a disrespectful child. It was all my fault. Then I got out there thinking I was grown because of what I'm seeing. Working, they older than me, and I'm thinking that they working for fun. I'm working for rent. See? And then now I'm 3 years behind. I should have had my feet on the ground at 50. Every eye they gave me, I'm thinking I'm breaking the odds. No, I was setting myself up to fail. They were trying to help me, but I wasn't trying to help myself. So when I started helping myself, I had to do it here. I seen what I pretended I'm smart. Yeah, you got degrees, you ain't got no damn common sense. You saying you love people, but you love them how you want to love them. I had to learn how to love even the unlovable. He trained me here well for the global world, but it was in a demon pit. I cried many a nights. It hurt like hell. It's a different kind of hurt when your own doing it to you. Y'all hear me? Then he taught me everything your skin color ain't your skin color, baby. Who told you they was yours? He said you dealing with kingdom now. And that's when I learned. We something totally different. We do know each other off bat. We don't play, we don't scam, and it is what it is. And we love. And he told me if you go back, you gonna die. Baby, I got to walk it. I don't even see it in my rearview mirror no more. Can't smell the smoke. I'm on this round right here, cashing out. It's sad for me. I know it'll be rejoice for other people, but it's sad for me that it's not my work ethic. It's not my mind. It's not my love in God. It's money. They will pay attention when the money is being spent. The Holy Spirit told me a long time ago, the money will introduce you. I cried. Because I realized that's how they fooled y'all. It wasn't education, it wasn't more, it was because they had stuff. Wow. They highest is my foot. And I thank God for wholeness. Yeah. I can stand butt naked in the rain on the line, boy. And my spiritual account is banking. Mm-hmm. I'm right now, I got an inspection today. Whether I pay it, I don't care. I'm tired. God's will is sufficient for me. So I understand what you that's gnashing of the teeth and it's an illusion. The world itself is resetting things back in place. Slave black kids, y'all don't have to do nothing. You ain't gotta fuss no more, argue, nothing. Rest. Do the two things our ancestors never could do. Tell anybody no and rest. However you gotta do it. And remember, we are in collaboration. We're not beasts. This is not a competition, honey. We're here to live life. God didn't put us on this planet to be alone. Not in family, not in relationships, not in socialization, but be whole. Because trash will get in your eye, honey. And when you're blinded, you can't see the truth. I hope this meant to help you and know that I love you and your humanity and you're higher than the angels. You don't have to act like a beast. Yes, I know that's not biblically based. The word says that you are wonderfully made in the image of God. That's better. I know them Bible thumpers, honey. But let me tell you Bible thumpers something. You know Satan do that. He know the word. He know it's true. He can spit it. But he don't never have no fruit. And he always pointing at somebody else's tree. Mm. Are you living it? If you live it, that word is in your heart and you're going to be it. And somebody going to say, and listen to me, worldly people do not know biblical language. Only that great line evil do. So when they talk in their language, listen, hear them. Try and alchemize it for them. They might be saying hooty hoo. But in biblical language, that's call out for help. See that? Alchemize it for them. Don't make them feel like that they can't see and know God just because they don't say the biblical words and where to write. Don't do that to them. Because God may chose them to show you ain't fully in God. Ain't nothing going up now but mirrors. Ain't no way in the back door, baby. It's sealed. You got to come through the front and there's a mirror. You got to come out of that filthy world. You got to come out of that behavior. We are not Sadducees and Pharisees, baby. Our gift make way for us. And don't tell me you can't pay the fee. Y'all better stop that. Y'all gave this world y'all soul, your humanity. Don't come to us with no, we not Sadducees and Pharisees. Ain't no tricks going on. Pay the fee. Truth, honesty, and if it's $1 bill on it, pay it. Don't ask no questions. And for me, this is what I give all y'all. Read to show yourself approved, because I'm a hood Christian. The way God saved me from myself. He didn't save me from an altar. He didn't save me from being poor out. No, I had a silver spoon in my mouth. He saved me from my stupidity, from my self-abuse, from my self-neglect. He saved me from myself. That's why when I give y'all I really love to tell y'all these stories, because honestly, I've been a recluse most of my life, and coming here, God was showing me something different. But for the last 10 years, he set me apart. I don't have no problems or no issues with nobody. I never even knew I had enemies, baby, till I got here. And it was funny to have enemies for people that don't know it. They were in an enslavement of the mind and bind by a race of spirit. Didn't know it, and you hate me. But people that kings and queens, people that have more than never. And I'm telling you, only thing went through my mind was I was warned, you're not in a game of life till you get booed. Until somebody don't like you, until you in the game of life then. And now I'm on the line, boy. I got I got a crown with so many jewels. They call Miss Catina kids. Plus my 13. I got 4 grandbabies, 2 boys, 2 girls. I sit on my porch, sun be shining in my face, and I say, look what God has done. From a abused child, verbally abused child, who left home to prove a point. And I was conquering evil because I thought the greater evil. No, baby, that's not how it works. Don't do that. That's a trap. It's a trick. Love. Love. Because I got here love. It was like hot coals on their head. It confused them. How can I talk about treat her bad and she helped me? How could I do that? Because I love them. I love them in their humanity. I don't like the sin. And they know I'm dangerous. They know I'm dangerous. Because how great my love is, my darkness is even, my darkness held the fallen angel going, don't you come down here bothering me. Because it was 3 of them. I'm going to tell you how I knew it. Don't nobody love me. Then they would be around people treating bad, key. I had to go to the pit of hell to get that spirit out. They started painting and dealing and, you know what I'm saying? Doing what and now they are, mwah. 2 of them went back and died. They were doing good, healing, but they wanted the love from that was abusing them so bad. They went back and died from cancer. This is a real thing. We're living spiritually on earth. It has control now. Evil is bind. That's the dark heart of humans. They are not your mother, father, auntie, cousin if they're not doing their job. The job of a mother is to bring you into the earth, nurture you, train you, teach you, protect you. The father, nurture, protect, provide. Then them prince and princesses grow up to be kings and queens and citizens. See how they inside out thing? Y'all was looking for a boogeyman. Pick up a mirror. There is not one. And Lucifer ain't got no power. Do you got some power? He ain't got no power. He over here shrugging his shoulders like, I don't know why they be blaming stuff on me anyway. He do not play with the dark-hearted. He only wants to tempt the ones who love God. It's a game to him. And every time he get one of y'all, he be like, see? Mark, see? Mark, see? Mark. And you know what we do as kingdom? Look around. Like, who you talking to? I don't want what? Y'all weird to kingdom, though. Y'all are weirdos. Y'all may call kingdom weird, but y'all weirdos. We follow love, joy, peace, fruit. We suffer long to have patience. Because we know God will cover us. We know that if we're in our humanity, his super will cover us in the natural. Y'all have no guarantee with that in the world. Blanket people. Then when you get down to nothing, you're putting bullets in your heads, killing you. For what? That's crazy. When you have breath in your body. That's all you need. Moving your arms and limbs, baby. You Superman and woman then. You got the same 24 hours. Anything you lose, you can get back, even your soul. See, we're in freedom. Free people don't lie. Free people don't care what you think. Free people are not out here begging for friends and opinion. Free people, yes, we respect what you say, but we ain't got to do what you say. We will honor the advice, but if you don't pay our bills, why would you be giving it? See, that's once anything don't put into you, and watch people putting into you expecting something back. Reciprocity is I give unto you as you give unto me because we want to. With me, if you ain't rising up, that's I had to get on a lot of people. I'm rooted here. I just got my roots. That's why the birds are flying and the children are prospering and the sun is coming and the rainbows and unicorns are going. I'm in collaboration because I'm rooted. This is what I wanted to be my whole self. You know what I wanted for humanity? For you to come to yourself. Because it was just a broken spirit. You know what I want for the free generation? For y'all to get up and protect them so nobody will steal their innocence. Nobody will tell them they're ugly, they did what they can't do. White folks, get up off your ass. Stop allowing it to happen because it's not natural. It's 2026, darling. Healing, love, peace, progress. Whatever that means in your life, you can have it. It's in you. Get up and decide today is the day. And be. And listen to me, call it all joy when they fall off. Call it all joy when they think you crazy. Baby, if I hadn't called it all joy, right now, I'll be in the darkness. Right now, I'll be crying, dear, I should listen to God this. Right now, I can say, thank God, God is God all by himself. And there is an Almighty. There is something greater than yourself. Love, joy, peace, those are entities. And once God give it to you, can't nobody take that out of me, baby, because I'm me. I gotta be it. And if didn't nobody receive it, guess what? I started being it for myself. When the relaxed raccoon something like was calling me a sellout and the racist was calling me racist. You know I knew I had won over them spirits. Because they was agreeing to attack me. Evil will get together. People that hated each other. Slept with each other, men, slept with each other, got together to do me in. But they dead in jail. Can't come out their house. They're a pariah in the community. I walk outside night, whenever night, my streets. When I go in the crowd of kids, Miss Catina, they telling me what they gonna be, they can't wait till when they did it. And guess what? I don't even have to go into the schools no more. They doing it for each other. I seen it. I just started and people, they thought they were mimicking me trying to get props. I was just doing what I used to do. Now I'm finna do what I want to do. Because I did what I supposed to do. Yeah. It's a kingdom thing. You the temple. Yeah. That third animality, that's a real thing. Go and find out if it's calcified or not. And find out how to get it decalcified. And don't do it through the world. They gonna kill y'all ass. When you're doing spiritual things, worldly people will get jealous. They will plot to kill you. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially. Yes, they will. They will try to take your self-esteem out your body. Because worldly people only revel in evil. That's it. They don't know how to be free from bondage. They chose that. And then let me tell you how. They right now I say that job is drained. Oh, but I need it for work. See that? Soul tie. If you got an excuse to stay around something that's draining you, you're a willing victim. I didn't have to detect. They didn't want me on their jobs. And what saved me, I had worked so much in my young life, they were shocked. I had retirement outlet. They intent was to put me in a desperate position where I had to take care of other people to keep a roof over my head, take care of myself. And if I would have allowed them to do that, guess what? If I hadn't have been real me, if I hadn't just lost my mind, started going to the great guys, this, that, people wouldn't have got healed. See, when monkey see, monkey do, people, you can walk them. For it'll be like Enoch talking to God. For they know it, they'll look around, they ain't in that mess no more. Because they so intrigued with you. See, you lead them to God by being it. I don't worry about what people doing. Yeah, their hair pretty, yeah, they make up pretty. I don't care who got it on. I love beauty. So, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's the God they serve. All I know is I love them in their humanity. I ain't got to, if they reading the show, they self-approved. They gonna walk out of that and that's gonna be their testimony. What I'm gonna deny people of their testimony? Huh? Love them in their humanity. If you really about God, you living it to where they want to know this God you serve. They want to know what church you go to. Like me, I confuse church folks. I tell them I am the church, but if there's a building open in the name of my Father and you invite me, I'm a visit. And I bring the Holy Ghost and all the angels with me. Everyone I've been in, God, I in that church ain't never been like, no. It will be. You invite the Holy Ghost in, have clean hands, clean heart. Stop using his buildings like social clubs. When you got a 501c the world talking about your religion. KKK did it too. That's why they curse. And to that spirit, it's already been revealed, and it thought it was a giant. Come against us, I'm 5'2". I just got to 110. I was 86 pounds. Baby, I tore that thing down. You racist. You a lag, you a raccoon. I told him, I said, racist lack something like, I said, racist lacks raccoons. You need to get on the boat. The reason why I couldn't see the something like, because I didn't think about the immigrants. Until I seen that myself, I wouldn't have believed y'all come over here and you would sell us out to be close to whiteness when it's our territory, our home, our shit. Then I found out why they were letting y'all over here. Same reason. Sexual demon. Y'all find it out though. It was never about wars and because we got oil. It didn't make no sense. Why would you be worried about other people? Oh, we got oil. Why would you be worried about other people diamonds? We got all kinds of diamonds right here in America. Y'all didn't know that? Our soil is so rich in the South because of the dead bodies up under. Y'all didn't know that? So what do we have? And then watch, this is how God showed it was a forest. All our life, they done had us. If you know me, I don't do war. I believe everybody wrong in the war. Only people I care about is the innocent people. That's it. Everybody wrong. To start a war, you faking you weak. You trying to distract. Anybody fighting, you trying to distract that you faking you weak. But I watched it. And God brought them chicken home to roost. They didn't know how to do nothing about Donald Trump. The Congress and the Senate didn't know what to do. But you knew how to go over to other countries. Y'all didn't put that together. It was all about the sex. And look how far they went. Look how far they went. They would be willing for you to think it was about channel slavery rather than molestation, rape, and sodomy of human beings, mostly babies, children, young boys and girls. Well, there it is. And we free. Deal with your racism. That's it. Lax raccoons, you need decolonization too, but you can't come to grandmama's house. Don't do it. We ain't gonna let you. The hills ain't gonna let you come over there, and the trailer park ain't let you come over there. Soon as they call us, trust me, we gonna tell them to eat your ass up. They have full permission to tear races to pieces now. Yeah, white skinned people, it's on you now. We can only have your back if you got your front. We seeing the vote. We knew they were gonna vote for their welfare food stamps. We're not stupid, but we're not putting them in there for that. Make it fair for everybody. Let the beast compete. We collaborate. See? Make it balanced. You know how you make it balanced? Take what female, male off applications and take race off applications. That's how you got to do. That'll be on merit. See, it's just that easy. But you know why they wouldn't? They were getting money. If you're poor and white, they get money from you. If you're a woman, they get two stipends. If you're a black man, they get one. Y'all didn't know that? It's all about money, darling. And America is not a corporation. This is a country of people. They pimped you out. Modern day slavery. As long as they put a name on it, y'all won't think you're enslaved. Black America, we loose. We're never going back to that. We don't care. We are resting and no. White America, you gotta do it, honey. And you gotta do it quickly. You only got 2 years and some months. Cause we do have work to do. Y'all do know that, right? We're not just resting for nothing. And you gonna know who ain't God's. You hear me? So, wow, that was longer than I thought. It's been a little longer. I just want y'all to know everything is unicorns, rainbows. I don't care if you hear bombs or bag. They go in your house and pray. Be like they won't touch mine. Kingdom got this. Because doing nothing is doing something. Because it's letting God work.